Sports Radio 66, my son.
The Fan.
WFAN.
Sports Radio 66, The Fan. WFAN, New York.
All right, let's go right to Madison Square Garden. Our very own Outside the Cage podcast team of Pete Hoffman and Ike Feldman.
Madison Square Garden and New York City gets the fastest rising sport probably in the world.
If you like chaos, you got it. You certainly got it.
Championship belts in two weight classes at the same time.
I love New York.
We'll do everything that we said we would do when we got to New York.
Looking for that knockout punch. And boom.
This is Cowboy, and you're listening to WFAN Outside the Cage podcast.
This is WFAN's Outside the Cage with your host, Pete Hoffman, Ike Feldman. Check us out at _ Outside the Cage, at Ike_CBS.
Whoa. I'm back at the Hoff WFAN. What up, dude?
But that, dude.
Give me some poundage.
This guy has been gone for 2 friggin' weeks, okay? Now, everyone lost touch with him. We were presented with beautiful shirts, by the way. Presented by Ike. He left them in our mailboxes. But he goes away for 2 weeks, and we have no idea what is going on. But we start seeing pictures sneak up on Facebook, and the world has changed dramatically,
Dude, and I didn't post once.
But let me just say before we get into this, because this is going to take up the entire monologue. We do have Chris Weidman on the show. We have Kevin Gastelum in studio. Now that was taking place last week, so the time difference we might reference to the pre-sale.
Kevin, sorry to interrupt. Kevin or Kelvin? Because apparently some guys that actually work with us on the at the station, they're just saying Calvin. Kelvin.
I heard. Yeah, no, it's Kelvin.
Guys, come on.
It's Kelvin. But they're both in studio. They were both in studio with us last week.
Killed it.
And we previewed the pre-sale, which was last Friday. But tickets are on sale right now for the July 22nd card, which is packed with everybody in Long Island except for one guy. But we'll get to that a little bit later. And then after those two in studio, who's your boy that showed up out of nowhere from Macedonia?
Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Pretty sure I said that right.
And Ike, to return, he presents this beautiful little interview. So that's afterwards. So the Weidman, Gastelum, in about 10 minutes or so, and then the Macedonian fighter will be on after that. But so let's get down to this. Where the hell were you? What happened? Did people take over your? Did they capture you?
All right. Well. First, yeah, I'm gonna steal the floor. I'm gonna steal the ball. I'm gonna pull the Kobe in 05 when it was just him and Lamar Odom right now, and the 81 points Mamba. So, well, first of all, and I wrote this down because my memory's shot. Pete, I miss you, bub.
I miss you too, man.
And I said that. That's the first point.
I love you, man.
And number 2, everybody, calm the friggin' hell down. Guys, it's okay. I've been doing damage control. I proposed to my now European, current, in the eyes of God, worldly wife, Anita, not Anja, not Anna. And I like to let people drown with names sometimes. And I was just cracking up as I was listening to previous episodes. Her name's Anita. Her nickname's Anya. She goes, stupid Americans. She listened. But again, we
apologize if we said it wrong.
It's okay. It's okay. She only listens when I tell her. So we propose on a Saturday before the trip. The next day we go to Metallica as like a little celebration. And I heard you and Matt Brown talking about Metallica.
Hell yeah,
that was
dude.
the first time going. And Matt with his beautiful pipes is like, yeah, man, anybody goes Metallica, just like kiss my ass. And I was like, that's me. but anyway, so then, yeah. 10 or 8 days later, the wham bam, thank you, ma'am, to quote Matt Casey, we got married. But guys, to explain the story, I was explaining to our boss. We were on a Skype conversation with our parents in Macedonia, and I go, hey, how about when we come in May, we throw a wedding? And they language barrier. All they hear is wedding. They're like, yeah, wedding. Underneath, while we're sitting next to each other on the Skype call, Anita's hitting my leg, Anya's hitting my leg, going, what are you doing? And then after the Skype, she goes, you know how much pressure that puts on them? We're in New York. We can't contribute. And in my head, I'm like, you know how freaking busy I am? I go, that's amazing. We just roll up like king and queen, Miss and Mr. Conor McGregor's. We just roll over, drink their beer, rape and pillage their town. Excuse the language. But, dude, the country was great. It was $1 beer in a bar, 30 cents in a freaking deli.
Goodness.
For 5 people in American dollars, it was $50 at like a chateau restaurant, pull-away roof on top of a mountain.
Oh, my God.
$50 freaking dollars. I'm retiring there and opening up a martial arts school, folks. But
There's
anyway,
nothing $50 in this world anymore, at least not in New York.
Dude, my dad cut me out of the family plan. Yes, I'm 28. I need to be cut out of the family plan. But he cut me out of the family AT&T family plan. I come back, my phone doesn't work. I go, what the hell? Because I didn't tell him.
Oh, jeez.
And then I'm getting crap from everybody at the station. Oh, it'd be nice if you tell me. Maybe I could take a photo with you, bro. Would have been nice at your wedding. You didn't tell me. I didn't even tell my friggin' father. We're doing a wedding next July. If you get invited, you are a special person, folks. So, yeah, the damage control has been friggin' So, I had my Israeli aunt fighting with my mother about why my mother or me didn't tell my father who's Israeli. So there's a whole Israel versus New York, Long Island family clash going on.
God,
and
dude.
I'm just like, guys,
this is World War III.
Well, I'm just like buzzed and I'm just like, I didn't turn on my phone. My mom's telling me, she goes, you got to respond. I go, not on vacation.
I'm on vacation. I just got married. Tell them to chill.
I'm back. Everybody chill, calm down. And my final point.
Yes.
Guys, as Pete mentioned, Pete was the only one out of the crew. We got these brand new beautiful shirts. WFANs outside the cage. Team OTC. Love it, baby. Rock it. Hashtag Team OTC. We're going to put together a gear package for you guys. If you like this, you can buy it. Go to Instagram, WFANs _outside _ the _ cage. Whoever put that together, guys, that's hard to remember.
That's probably me. Thank you.
But God forbid somebody on the team says, thank you for a shirt. I turn on my Twitter. They're saying, hey, maybe they should have been gray. I'm done. Kara,
You're
Rob,
cut off.
Matt, I love you guys, but I'm done.
You're cut off. That's it. You're done. Can I ask you a question? Are you back on your father's plan now?
No.
Oh.
It was a sign. Everything happens for a reason.
He's
Time
that
to
pissed
grow.
off at you?
Yeah, I'm off the teat.
Oh, my goodness, dude. Listen, I said it. I was like, there's probably something that I knew that you were going to get married here. But I just assumed that her family's not going to come. Are they going to come to wherever you are in the United States?
No shot. You
I didn't think
absolutely
so,
called
dude.
it. You absolutely called it.
And you did something that I would do, like that. I'd be responsible. Hey, whether you ask for permission or whatever it is, you probably went to them, brought it up, and it's a celebration. You want to celebrate with family, dude. That's when I got married to my wife. The one thing I said to her was like, I don't care who's there. I just need my family there, family and some friends, and that's it. Bam. I just want to celebrate with people I love. And Ike wasn't invited. Oh.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We killed it. Me and Robbie at UFC 210.
Yes.
We had a beautiful day. And, dude, I'm with you. We don't got to invite all these fools, these 40 people that we work with. Screw that. They're not paying for it.
I didn't invite anybody from work because I didn't want to get yelled at. I got yelled at from Joe and Evan saying that, how did you not invite your roommate? Bro, Tommy didn't get invited. I'm like,
are you kidding me?
I'm like, I do a podcast with Ike. I couldn't invite him either. Like, it just first of all, you guys were going to Buffalo, which was awesome in itself. That was a good
and you were
excuse.
watching the fights in the bathroom, I heard. So, anyways.
Listen, we're not gonna talk about it. She doesn't need to know, But dude, we are happy that you're back. First of all, we did miss the heck out of you. A lot went down, man. A lot of stuff went down. A lot of fights went down. The fight this weekend between Max Holloway and Jose Aldo, outrageous. Did you get a chance to watch any fights while you were in Macedonia?
Oh, funny that you brought that up. Dude, I thought I wouldn't be talking fights at all. There's the Canadian network, I believe, which Robin Black works for, which I believe we're going to try to have him on, maybe possibly in studio. The Fight Network, we don't get it maybe locally. It's on in Macedonia.
Was it FGHT? Is that what, or just it's just like fight
I don't
something like that,
know.
right?
I
I think I do have it though.
Channel
Surprisingly,
377 Macedonia. That's all I knew. So, dude, we're talking. They love Stipe. Obviously, they know Conor.
yeah.
But, like, they're talking about Stipe. They asked me if they know any Macedonian fighters, and I was like, I don't. But now we do.
Now we do. We have it first.
Yeah, he'll be on the FS1 card this Saturday. UFC Fight Night 110. Mark Hunt versus Derek Lewis. But, dude, it was awesome. I got Macedonian fight shorts. Like,
Oh, that's sick.
They treat him like freaking royalty.
Well, you are. Hello, Outside the Cage podcast. Let's go.
That's right. That's right. But, dude, like what you said, like, it's not a 30-minute drive to Macedonia.
No.
It's a 14-hour flight, folks. Like, we're not going to go there. Who knows?
With dollar beers, dude. With dollar beers and the prices that you're telling me, there's no chance of them getting on a flight to New York and being like, oh yeah, we could do that. That's their entire life savings, probably. Jeez.
They make 300 euros or dollars a month. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
a very
I-
slower life.
Yeah. Good for them.
And they're
I'm sure they
happy.
love it. Dude, it looked beautiful.
Thank
You and Anya looked very, very happy, and we're glad that for you guys that everything was safe and okay, and that you were okay with this.
Oh, I went to my mother at the airport. I was like, this is because of Trump. Dude, TSA for 3 hours.
Oh no!
I was like, thank you, Trump.
Oh jeez. But that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations again. You guys looked happy. That's one thing that everyone said. You guys looked happy. It was awesome. And again, my wife's like, I got married. I'm like, no, he got engaged. She's like, no, he got married. Look on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my god. You did, but you know what? You looked happy, and so proud of you guys, and can't wait to be there in July. Next July. What?
Next July. Next July. Everybody will forget about it. I won't bring it up, and there'll be another Facebook post.
So some things that you missed, by the way. We had Alawali Bamboje in studio.
That guy is a believer in spirits.
Yeah.
In that we don't see. I was convinced.
But I just saw him tweet to McMaynard about hey, thanks for giving me the opportunity. It's a good fight, with Mick around setting up some good fights. Like I'll do better, blah blah blah. And Maynard retweeted at him like saying, hey, you did a great job. It was a great fight. That fight was an odd fight because I watched the Fight Companion on Joe Rogan, and they were just like, Olawale came out with these like huge strikes, and he just so much energy in the first 2 minutes. That haymaker, whatever that was, a sledgehammer, it was crazy.
The spear of God.
He has some dude. Like I'm telling you right now, if he can become successful, he's gonna be a star because his punches just come from everywhere. Like he's this odd thrower. And it could be, dude, honestly, it's straight out of a video game, like Dragon Ball Z or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy could be on everywhere, but those punches will be on every highlight clip if he lands them. But he needs to learn to control that his rounds better because that guy Borchina just crushed him after that.
Yeah, I picked Bamboje.
Bamboje, yes. I said. By the way, I said his name wrong to his face about 5 times. He just called me Wally. It's like okay,
he's gonna hit you over
yeah.
the head.
But a very nice guy, good dude, man. So we hope to see him.
He has a master's. Is he working on his doctorate? Like,
yeah,
I
dude.
love it.
I love talking about that stuff. We talked about it with Eddie Gordon too, man. They're
with the Fordham business.
Yeah,
bachelor's there.
These fighters are great, man. They really are.
A point, and to quote you, Eddie, because we're gonna try to make you the Carl Banks for our show. No, not the Phil and Black guy. You're gonna be the smart analyst who comes in and talks big UFC events. We're working on that, Eddie. We love you, man. New York, respect it. He said a great point. He goes, fighters are smarter because there's no after you wrestle in college, there's no the pro wrestling's
right.
There's no league after. I mean, you can go on a turnbuckle, but that's not really wrestling. He's like, you got to stay 4 years. He goes, you got to use your scholarship.
Oh yeah.
To not only get educated, but get as many girls as you can in those 4 years. But it's 4 years of college. They're smart. I wish the NBA players at least stayed 2.
Yeah, well, that's what they try to do with the football
mature.
players. Try to do it with the football players for they couldn't leave after sophomore, had to be junior year, I think.
Yeah.
They're trying that, and listen, again, at least they're making kids go to college now. But it's a farce. It's college basketball players. They don't need to stay more than a year, and they can get out of there. And it's like, listen, I wasn't a college guy. I didn't get my degree or whatever. I had my associates. That's as far as I got so far. But I'd like to go back, I think. But the point is, though, is that a lot of these guys are just like, I'm going to get in the NBA and that's it. But I think that their heads are so blown up that I'm going to get to the NBA. I'm going to live this lavish life. I'm going to have all this money, and who really cares? But they're not ready for the aftermath of, hey, by the way, you might have a 2-year career. And that money that you think you have, you don't really have it.
19.
Yeah.
It's not like a 21. 21's still young, but it's still 2 more years in those key years to develop. Dude, was it Jaleel Okafor, like getting in the street fights and the bars in Phillies? I'm like, come on, handle your stuff.
Listen, I mean, that's why I kind of like for baseball, it makes a little bit more, I actually appreciate the process a little bit longer. Like, hey, some guys get drafted like 2 or 3 times before they say yes to a team because they're still going to college. They go drafted in high school, but you still go to school. It's going to take time before you actually hit that major league level or whatever, or even the minor league level. It just takes time, and that's okay. Like, learn on the way. That's what you have to do, and that's why the Fighters I think are so fantastic because they know that they can't rely. The sport is not where it. Listen, this sport in maybe 10 years, maybe you can just rely on this as an everyday fighter. Like, you don't need a secondary job. But for the most part, guys like Al Iaquinta, like, dude, he's got a real job. He's got a real job. He doesn't need UFC because they don't pay him enough right now.
No, Al, we'll throw you a couple, maybe $20 if you want to come in studio. We're gonna work on that.
Yes,
but dude, he's flipping houses now. You're 100% right.
Doing his thing.
You got to be like, dude, Eddie's got his head screwed on the best I've seen. Like, this guy's balancing everything. He's bringing in fighters to his house, training them in his basement. Like, this guy's got it figured out. Like, it's about not only during the moment, the career, but it's all about the post moment,
Yep.
Like, there's some Ezekiel Elliott. Love him on the field, but I don't know what the hell he's got going on upstairs sometimes. Like, what is that gonna do if he could not run the ball for 100 yards a game? It's sad for them.
Right. Well, you just hope for the best. Again, Odell Beckham Jr. right now is holding out.
Another one.
Yeah. Listen, fame could do some crazy things, and you just hope that the people surrounded by them are solid people with really good intentions. But it's almost like the Ronda Rousey effect too. I can't remember who mentioned it, but when she was the champ and when she was kicking ass, everyone was around her and loving her, and you're the best. Blah 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 blah. She lost 2 fights in a row, and where are the people? It puts you in a different mind frame. You're not the best anymore. You have lost. So do I want to be surrounding myself around you? Do I want to be around Amanda Nunes? You know what it is? It's like. So people fall off, and you figure you're back to square one again. It's like, dude, that's a mind fuck.
We can even talk about it, not on like a falling all the way back to rock bottom, but Frankie Edgar, dude, he lost to Jose Aldo for a championship bout, and all of a sudden everybody's forgetting who Frankie is. He's the old vet? Is he this? You know how many people picked freaking Yair, and it just now everybody wants Frankie against Holloway. A great victory by Max Holloway,
right.
But the Frankie's like, dude, like, he's faced adversity his entire life, and he keeps a great attitude. That's why we were trying to rip it out. I'm like, yo, Frankie, stop being humble, dude. You're gonna rip this kid apart. Come on,
crush. Tell me something. Tell me why you're gonna kill him. Tell me why you're gonna rip his eye out.
You're gonna kick that burrito to the curb,
dude.
No. I love you, Yair.
And again, like I still think Yair was too soon with Frankie, and I mean maybe in like another 5 years, maybe he'll get the better.
Everybody. They're ready for him to clip off everybody. BJ Penn, Jose Aldo. Yep. Take it easy, buddy.
UFC can throw people to the wolves, but
you say that all the time. It pulls you back down. That's why you're happy to see Conor get choked.
Yeah, I mean, listen, for the longest time, not saying I was a Conor hater by any means, but I always said, I'm like, there's a hole in his game, people. Like, let's wait it out a little bit before we crown him the best of all time. I love Conor McGregor. I really hope he beats Mayweather. I don't think it's going to happen. And I hope he wins. Dude, if he won, he has a lightweight right now, but I mean, dude, if he ever got to the welterweight, I'd love to see him win the welterweight champion. Like, I'd love to see him hold 3 different titles. I don't care. Like, I like the guy. I want to see him fight. His fights are exciting. But it's like, for these other people that are just like, oh, Conor McGregor's the best. It's like, you don't really understand the sport exactly. You're missing out on a few things. And he's really good at certain aspects of it. And he packs a punch. But he's got some holes. And Diaz found them. Mendez found him too, but Mendez wasn't able to hold on to him that fight. And he got lucky, it's like, listen, when you crack a guy in the face and knock him out in 13 seconds, it's not really luck. You practice that. Exactly. You have the power. But let's see him do it again. And not for nothing, again, I'm going back to the Fight Companion, but I listened to that with Joe Rogan, and they were like, I want to see that fight. I want to see Aldo go up, fight Conor McGregor again.
My point on Oh, no, that can't happen. The Diaz 3 is waiting, and Diaz is the smartest guy.
Come on!
Dude, the Connor curse. I wrote a whole bunch of notes. We'll get into it later. The Connor curse is just looming. Every card just has something that isn't right, for these past cards since 205.
Yeah.
And Diaz, this whole thing is just selling vape pens, doing his little triathlon, enjoying life, chilling out.
How about the glove? He's still selling the glove?
Yeah, the weed glove, folks. The weed glove. But The Conor Mayweather, I believe, is going to happen. Just the way the universe balances. Like, this entire year is going to be crap, and I feel like whatever the UFC's cut is from that Mayweather-McGregor fight will just, like, balance out for the rest of the year. Because, folks, they are a free agent when it comes to TV deals. They lose the Fox deal after this year, so CBS jump in there.
Please.
It could be NBC, it could be ESPN. I've heard rumors from Jeremy Botter, who joined us maybe about a year ago.
Yeah.
He said they're looking to do like an NFC, AFC type of thing for networks, and that'd be fun, man. Like a SmackDown Raw. Hopefully, not as cheesy, but like
I said that already. We should do something like that. Or did I tell you that, or who did I talk that to? Who did I say
Are
that?
you talking to somebody? MMA without
No. You were here.
I leave 2 weeks, folks.
Oh no, I forgot who we were talking about, but we were discussing like the fact that maybe Bellator and UFC do like a little me versus you type of thing.
Yeah, that was us. Yeah, the welterweights, because that's the only division.
I can't remember who we were talking to about
Coker.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Because they have McDonald.
And they basically said no.
Rory McDonald beat Tyron Woodley, so it's not too far off. You know.
And they basically said no, that's never going to. No, who was it? It was Jimmy Smith.
Oh. Well,
Jimmy Smith that brought that up to, and he basically said that will never happen. But
but sorry to jump in.
No, do it.
While we're on the topics, dude, I weigh everything half glass, whatever you want to call the saying. Kobe and Strahan, first thing of them talking at the UFC Fighters Retreat. First of all, I don't know their affiliation with WMEIMG. Who knows how much they're getting paid to speak?
Right.
You know, if they're like, yo, UFC, gotta love them, and then talk to the fighters, like, you know, the fighters are going to be kind of swayed. So who knows the affiliation there? Also, it's just a bunch of fun and games.
Right.
So, like, smoke and mirrors, guys, you got to be stern if you're fighting for a union. Don't be getting hammered, punching people in the face.
Well, it's funny because I talked to Brown, and I
love this take. He was he was the only one who kept it real. Who was like a vet's take.
He's like, yeah, no, we used to do those other things. They used to call them summits, and I've had better experiences there. You know, and I think I actually bring up to Weidman and Gastelum too, and they just kind of like both had their
Weidman's a company man.
Yeah, but they didn't brag about it. They weren't like, oh, this is the best thing ever. They weren't like, some of the other guys were just like, oh, it was so much fun. It was great to meet these people. I'm glad the union stuff was brought out, but I mean, his comment wasn't too like, you know, everyone should just unite. I mean, it wasn't anything like, yeah, you guys should really get a union, otherwise you guys are going to screw yourself in the future.
I love Chris, company man, ton of sponsors. That's why I feel bad because it's on Long Island, and you know how many interviews he's going to be doing? Like, this dude's head's going to be spinning off like Cowboy in Colorado before Masvidal.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, from what I heard, had a chance to stop the Cyborg Angela Magana fight.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently, he just, Cyborg's like, don't you touch me, Mr. Weidman. And Chris is like, okay, no problem. I'm hanging out with John.
Yeah.
And then she punched in the face. And Alliance MMA, who we had the president on, Robert Hadak.
Yes, we did.
Dude, she was just released from Alliance MMA.
Yes, she was.
What the hell is going on?
And they went off on her, and they're just like, dude, you know, they said all this bad stuff. I can't remember the exact tweets. I can't remember the quotes, but they called her a lot of different names, and they just like, that's it, you're done.
Yeah, the C word might have been dropped.
Probably. Yeah, I think it was actually.
Called her an IG Instagram, just an IG ass model.
Yeah. Listen, dude, well, because I had Sanko on it, and she didn't say, she's like, I don't want to blow up another fighter's spot, but like she's saying there that she did all this damage and she got hurt so bad, and she was at partying that night. So it's like,
to counter Sanko, she is a fighter too.
Yeah.
Like, she's tough. Who knows, like, if she took a pill and then she's raving, drink a little and you feel less.
Yeah, but you know what though? But all right, I've never sued anybody before, but common sense is, if you ever want to sue somebody, don't go partying that same night.
Yeah, great.
That's just. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. But listen, we'll get into more stuff. Listen, we have Chris Weidman, Kelvin Gastelum, in studio. Matt Casey joined me to help me out with this. Again, this interview was from last week, so we referenced the pre-sale that was last Friday, but it's on sale. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com for July 22nd. UFC on Fox 25. Again, you're listening to WFAN's Outside the Cage.